Ladies and gents, welcome back. The rest of Canada woke up on Monday surprised at the results of the Quebec election. It seems that they overwhelmingly came out in support of their supreme leader, Francois Legault. Canadians wondering, how did he pull that off? Well, it turns out, spoiler, he bought the election. Well, how does one pull that off? Well, we'll get into that. Let's have a look at what happened here. This is from CBC News. CAQ sails to victory in Quebec with largest majority in decades. When solidifies CAQ as powerhouse, Liberals to form official opposition. Francois Legault coalition Avenir Quebec has won back-to-back provincial elections, securing a landslide victory on Monday, and with even larger majority cementing itself as a political powerhouse. The CAQ was elected in 90 ridings, making it the highest number of seats won by a party in a Quebec election since 1989, when Robert Bourassa's Liberals won 92 seats. The CAQ entered the election campaign with 76 votes. 63 are needed for a majority in the National Assembly. Now, how did this happen? Oh, we have a look here. 41% of the votes secured 90 seats in this election. It's unbelievable. Now the question is, well, how did he pull it off? Now here's Elections Quebec. They're putting out their statement of what happened here, and we have Dan Fournier, who jumps in, a really good writer on Substack, by the way. Go check out Dan Fournier's Substack. Says, hello, I would like to know under which electoral law in Quebec that a candidate can offer monetary compensation to get people to vote for him like Legault did. See the video below. I'm sure that thousands of Quebecers would also like to know. Thanks. And in the video here, which was translated courtesy of Viva Fry on his YouTube channel, he put it out here. Here's the translation of Francois Legault's last-ditch and utterly pathetic attempt to literally buy their vote in Quebec elections this coming Monday. This was obviously prior to. Well, it wasn't a pathetic attempt. It actually worked. Now, what did he have to say here? Monday is voting day throughout Quebec. Nothing is guaranteed. I need your vote. Every vote will count. I have a team that is ready to serve you. I would like to serve you. And how's he going to do that? Any guesses? Any guesses? Well, and if we are reelected, we will, as of December, send you a check for $400 to $600. Wow, that is a lot of money. And the elderly will receive an additional $2,000. $2,000. So that'd be two plus the 600. So $2,600 for every elderly person in the province. If this guy is elected, where does he get that money? Is he raising that money himself? No. Does he even get it from the Quebec government? You're gonna get into that in a minute. So this is what we will also lower taxes. Lower taxes, give away free money, vote for me. So can you count on me? Sorry, you can count on me, but I'm counting on you for Monday. Lundi. So that's that's the message he sent out. Now, where does this money actually come from? So obviously he secured a massive lead in doing so, sending out this message. You're going to get a check. Hey, guess what? You're going to get a check. You're going to get a check if you vote for me. Not on his dime, obviously. Now, where does this money come from in Quebec? Does Quebec have a lot of revenue? Well, Quebec, it turns out, Quebec is largely funded by the rest of Canada. Mostly, well, the productive part of Canada, i.e. Alberta, Saskatchewan, and the like. Here we have it from Oil Sands Magazine, and you can take this with a grain of salt if you'd like. But Quebec's $300 billion in equalization payments touches a nerve in pipeline wars. The Petroleum Services Association of Canada has recommended to the federal government that interprovincial transfer of goods should be factored into the country's equalization payments. The move reflects the deep frustration over Quebec's constant pushback against Alberta's attempt to export its energy products. So if they export their energy products, I'm guessing that they don't have to pay equalization payments on those exports. Equalization payments are a hot button item in Alberta and Saskatchewan, I wonder why, who consistently transfer funds to have-not provinces, such as Quebec and the Maritimes. The formula takes into account that taxes collected by the province and 50% of natural resource revenues, as measured per capita. Provinces above the national average pay into the funds, while those below the average collect payments. So it's all about how many people are in your province and how many of those are taxpayers, like are contributors. Are you contributing? And we take a national average, and the provinces that produce more pay more, and the provinces who do less get paid more. And that's where a lot of the money comes from. The province of Quebec has received the lion's share of the country's equalization payments, about 50% since the program began in 1957. The province received $10 billion this year, the year in which this was written, which the government put towards balancing its budget. Quebec has received almost $300 billion in equalization payments since 1957 and has never been a net contributor to the fund. They have never paid anyone in Canada for any of this stuff. They get so much money that they can buy elections within their own province by giving the money out to their own citizenry as a payola for turning up at the polls. The province's significant revenues from the sale of hydroelectric power are excluded from the equalization formula. Oh. So they make hydroelectric power and they don't have to pay anything from that to the other provinces. It's not even calculated. So it's not even in there. The current have-not provinces are Quebec, Ontario, Manitoba, Nova Scotia, New Brunswick, and PEI, with payments extending into 2016-2017 fiscal year. Despite Alberta's serious oil shock, payments are calculated on a 3-year rolling average, meaning the provinces will not qualify for several more years, assuming the conditions do not improve. The last time Alberta qualified for equalization funds was in 1963. In 1982, former Prime Minister Pierre Elliott Trudeau amended the Constitution to include equalization payments for have-not provinces, making the program very difficult to undo. Another amazing legacy from the Trudeau family. This legacy will just never die out in Canada. So this is likely where the money's coming from. So you can thank the rest of Canada, Quebec, for footing the bill for this election, which I believe was bought and paid for by the rest of Canada to secure a win for Supreme Leader Legault. Now, that's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But let me know in the comments what you think of this whole idea of being able to pay for election results. Can you pay or use money, taxpayer money, to buy votes in an election? I don't think this should be allowed. Let me know what you think. Anyway, we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.